Hello, Commanders, and welcome back to the 140 Survive the Horde here in Fortnite Save the World. In today's video, I would like to show you how to solo the Week 10 modifier in The Floor is Lava. So let's go ahead and select our challenge, share with you my hero loadout, and then we will take a look at this modifier once it's presented to us so that we can discuss it. Volcanic ground ruptures under a player, exploding for huge damage. All right, so be mindful of your floors.
Commander, as you well know, home base depends upon a steady stream of resources and supplies for our continued survival. As we've depleted the immediate areas, we've made the difficult choice to send hero teams deeper and deeper into the storm. We've managed to establish a foothold, a mining camp within the furious heart of the storm, affectionately referred to as Horde Country by our deep field heroes. We need you and your team to drop in and give those heroes a fighting chance.
All right, so let's go ahead,
You have
get everything
some
down.
time to set up before the first wave. Good luck, Commander.
Now, there was just an update. As you can see here, we got some issues with the settings of the game, so apologies on that. But what are you going to do, right? That is save the world these days, unfortunately. As much as I hate to say that. All right. Let's go ahead and take down the rest of this stuff. We need to absolutely get our base down here.
This is a tough fight, but you're my very best team.
Spotted! Enemy down!
So one of the first things you want to do when it comes to this modifier is get your floors covered. No doubt about it. All right, so make sure you're doing that. Actually want to get that other defender wherever it might be.
A little help here!
All right, so just for a moment, let me go ahead. Send this. Let's go to our settings for a moment. I'm going to show you how to set this if you're having the issue as of the update. Go over to audio. Okay. Subtitles. Turn them off until they fix that. All right. Just a little tip for you if you're having issues here today. Just had an update. And lo and behold, here we go. All right. All right, now we're out. Let's get that base repositioned. All right, should be good to go now. All right, we're going to go with another layer now. Secondary layer going. Go ahead and fill this with electric fields, of course. Yeah, and be careful of the floors right now. All right, now what I'm going to do for a second, I'm going to go up top.
Man, that hurt!
Try to draw these defenders up top if we can. Because with the update, we now have the ability to have our defenders have their own weapons now.
Another base is under attack.
Or the weapons you had intended to give them, I guess I should say, all along.
Commander, you won't make it out of there without supplies. Thankfully, supply drops are inbound.
All right, so we've got everything in place to start with. All right, balloons. As long as you have all 3 objectives in place, you'll receive 2 balloons per rotation. If you did not know that already. You only need to defend 1 objective successfully to get a win, though. And that is actually my recommendation when you are playing solo in Save the World. When it comes to this particular limited time mode, anyway, the rewards just aren't that different for the most part. It's not significant enough to add that extra stress and pressure. However, if you want to take on that type of challenge where you defend all 3 forts, you should. Do want to point out I have an entire playlist of Survive the Horde here on my page. I have that link in the description below. We've got all of our modifiers there, all of the different challenges to include all 3 forts in the Challenge 5187. So you guys can check those out if you want.
This is a tough fight.
Do want to point out many different ways to play the Horde, many different ways in Save the World to trap and build. It's a playstyle choice. It's the way I like to run. It's proven time and time again to be successful. If it's not broke, don't fix it, right? We do focus out here in my community, on my channel, more on trapping and building, more so than we ever do weapon play. All right, there is a time and place for it, but for me, I don't want it to dominate what I'm doing. Again, that's just a playstyle choice, friends. To each is their own with it. Now, I do like the fact that we have our defenders back, being able to, give them our own weapon. I do have the obliterators going. That should be no surprise if you ever catch, my streams or my content, just in general, I would say. And we're just going to drop down some darts here for just a moment. Actually, no, I'm going to go ahead and break that. I don't want that high. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about some tires. When we can get them anyway.
Enemy down.
We've got a break in the action.
All right, friends. So a real nice start here. Continue to work our build effectively. Now, depending upon what weapon you're giving the defenders, right? And my recommendation has always been the obliterator with the sniper defenders. That way you are able to keep them off of your floors, out of your trap tunnels, right? That is somewhere as a player and or when it comes to your teammates, you do not want to be standing in your constructor's tunnels or on the floor, honestly. For the most part, when it comes to a limited time mode like Survive the Horde here, Frost Knight, bad things happen. Enemies can aggro on you, which leads to, smashers charging, propanes getting thrown, lobbers and flingers aggroing, right? Things of that nature. All right, so just some things to think about as we are going through here.
Damage from melee weapons, but be careful out there. Ranged weapons still work, so the choice is yours.
All right, we have the pillars now. Let's go ahead and start with these. Rosie's very good for this, by the way. Again, just make sure you have floors under you at all times here in this modifier, so you do not take damage from them. Or from it, I guess I should say. All right, so nice first rotation there. Now this wave, you can take as much time as you wish on it. 2 each is definitely their own when it comes to it. All right. No doubt about that. Let's get everything upgraded. All right, I'm going to start mixing in some additional freeze traps now. Again, you want to be mindful of your floor, so we're going to add a little extra floor coverage. All right. Well, that looks pretty good. Get some darts going here in a second. I want to get some anti-airs up top. We can get our anti-air rotation going. We will already be thinking about our last and final waves, right? We'll also be utilizing that lobber shield to make that last wave much easier on you. I highly recommend it, always. And I wouldn't leave this wave until you exhaust all of your resource here. Okay. Meaning your building materials, I guess I should say. Take advantage of the time the game gives you when you're first starting. Okay, let's get some healing pads. Make sure you have healing pads at all times with you. All right, that side's pretty good. All right, let's go ahead and work on another Rosie for just a moment. All right, that one's a little off. We're going to wait for that one for a second. Gotta make sure we get the other three up here first. Take this building down for sure. And if we have a little juice left at the end, we can go after it. All right, we do not though. So I'm just going to shoot this one. Watch for takers. Be mindful so they don't swipe you. All right. I would say from this point, the weapon of choice would be your assault rifle, so you can shoot balloons down ahead of time, which will be important to do. Okay, double layer protection against the takers. You ever see me doing that?
Tinker spotted!
All right, up we go.
Tinker!
All right, we have 2 pillars left to go, and that's it. So go ahead and continue to work here for a moment. So again, we're preparing and thinking about the final wave already, right from the beginning, right? Not even hesitating with it. And you want to be at least 2 tiles high when it comes to your builds over the spawns to ensure that you are keeping yourself safe from openings that can occur, to blow your builds up. So be, mindful of it. All right, so that takes care of all of this stuff here. Now, let me go ahead for just a moment. Take a look at our build. Make sure our traps are in place, that we don't have any issues here. Start getting some more darts going, probably. Anti-air traps, too. I'm going to want these in the corner. Pockets of the build. Let's just make sure everything else is taken care of. All right, so these will go down too. Let's recycle all this stuff here. All right, back we go. Let's finish the build. I would tell you to go about 1 tile off the cliff here if you got this particular map, and we'll work it around. Then out here, you have that. They'll try to work about, like I said, 1 tile off of or away from the water. So that's always my rule of thumb. All right, see how it goes out 1 tile here? I would take this all the way down. And be mindful of land bridge potential. Oh. Back we go. Up we go. You take your time, get your shield up now, you won't have to worry about later, right? So, just something to be mindful of. And this can become a problem, especially when we get some of the waves that we're going to be facing soon. All right, so anyway, we'll use the remainder of our material here. And like I said, then you leave 3. Take all this time, get your build right. Much as you need. As always, playstyle choice, right? If you feel like you need more time, take more time. If you feel like you need less, take less. All right. But overall, we are good to go, friends. We just have some on the southwest now to handle, which we will. Which means we're going to come on down through here. Then we're basically going to line this out and around here. Okay, just like this. Good. And then basically this goes all the way down here. And then you would extend up here. And I'll show you what I mean. Because sometimes they do like to come back even this far. I know it seems crazy, but they do. Okay, then you're all protected here, and then this stuff here would just get filled in. Now, as mentioned, I do not leave until all of it's used. All right, so we are good to go. Let's finish up. Now we move, and things are going to go fast because all we got to do is trap now, right? Keep your distance. Okay. And then at the end here, we use plasma pulse. Pickaxe, melee, assault, whatever you got. All right, but now we can see all of our areas here are ready to go for traps. All right. All right, balloons. Now, this is going to be your choice. Do you want to defend all three? Or do you just go for the one? Playstyle choice. I recommend the one, as mentioned. Now, I do these type of series for Fortnite Horde Hit the Road because matchmaking can be difficult, right? You're going to probably, at routine times in your journey, play the game solo. Not as popular as it once was. A lot of bugs. Free-to-play release did not go well. In fact, I would say it was a disaster. But nonetheless, you're going to have times when you take care of stuff like this and be able to do it on your own. So, and this series should be able to help you with that. Can be done. Actually doing a tutorial series. Also have that link in the description. Or excuse me, on my actual YouTube page, I have a playlist for that. I apologize. Don't have that link. But I do have how you can solo the Horde as a noob as well there. So another Horde video, if you are interested in something like that. Okay. But anyway, your 2 balloons initially on 4. And then, depending upon what you want to do from this point, will dictate how many balloons you get in the future, okay?
A new wave of husks is on the
Now
way.
for us, we're going to go back to the board here, and I'm going to build some more. Okay, see how everything is... And or we can start trapping. I think actually we'll start trapping up here. It's probably a better move. Okay, be mindful once again of the floors. Now, I'm not going to put anything on these floors because if we do,
We cannot lose this base.
it's just going to get blown up anyway, right? So, when the spawns hit here.
Our first base has just been compromised. Stay in the fight. The storm has a new target.
Right here, though, I'm just going to, so I can heal myself a bit. All right, so, new target again. So that means we... All right, and actually, let me get some more healing pads down. Don't want to miss out on those. Okay, but now we have 1 balloon per rotation. So, again, on 4 here. Depending upon where this next wave occurs. If it occurs in your main, you won't get another balloon right after. But as you can see here, it's going to the other objective on us. So we'll get this balloon, and then another one's going to drop as well. So real nice opportunity to stack some resource here. Again, my madness always has meaning in Save the World. If you take your time with this game, and you do not rush, even with limited time modes like this, it will benefit you, and it does pay off. All right? It really and truly does. And you're seeing right here the benefits. Again, our whole shield is almost entirely built now. We don't even have to touch it again because we took our time, right? So just something to be mindful of. Again, play style though. Or depending upon if you have team that's with you, or, you know, some people don't have that luxury. Myself, I am a solo player mainly these days now. So everything I do is on my own, but when we do go live on stream, we do, if people need it, assist and help. I like to, at least. Especially for those that are, you know, loyal community members. People that show routinely when we do go live, or that support the content, right? So just something to think about. I usually like to take it out to the building here.
Heavy damage and need assistance.
Okay.
The second base is down. Only 1 left. Impressive work, Commander. The storm has a new target.
All right. So now we go to 4. All right. So let's go get the balloon first. We'll go ahead and double check our shield just to make sure. But I think overall, I'm pretty pleased. And now, as I mentioned, it's going to start, you know, we're going to start trapping. And the waves are going to start cruising. Going really, really fast here now. Once you get those traps up anyway. All right. So from this point, traps that I'm going to want be ceiling drop traps, electric fields. Okay. Let's work our way down through. Now, usually the ceiling drop traps will work on the outside edge, sort of like we did out here, right? Now, I would tell you to this point right here, I would have them, because sometimes the flingers like to come right down here on this little area and try to get after you. Okay, so be aware, you know, aware of that, I guess I would say. If you have openings like this here, I usually go with an electric field here and leave it open. Okay, now let me go over this way. Same thing here now. You have an opening? Take care of it. All right, so the ceiling drop traps now. Whoops. All right, and then over here, back here, okay, I like to make a little bit of a build here, and I'm going to line this with electric fields and try to build into the environment so that it catches there. You don't want any blowouts on your build. I like to run these underneath this area here, under this natural terrain. Excuse me, apologize. Okay, and just anchor it along. These are going to probably get blown up in the end, right? But just gets you some stuff here. Let's make sure it's all sealed down for us. Avoid land bridges if you can, of course, right? All right, so everything looks good. Let's take a look at some more ceiling drop or some freeze traps. I apologize. Let's get some freeze traps popping. Remember, direction matters on this trap, so be mindful of that.
Get to repair.
There's a little area right here. I would seal this down too.
Storm has a new target.
So that's through. All right, so we'll get balloon. We got 5 coming in. 6 will be our first mini boss wave. That's when you want to have your weapon of choice and or trap of choice in place. Yeah, play style, right? If you want to let your traps do the damage or eliminate before the boss is finished. Start working bridges too if we can on our builds. Be easier to get back across, right? Like this here. And again, once these traps start going in, it's going to go quick. Just sort of taking my time a little bit with it right now. Okay, I'm going to go with the shotgun first. Everything else is going to be done now. Again, with my traps, be mindful. I want more electric fields right now, more ceiling drop traps right now. Now, you have some area over here that I'd be careful of.
Commander, we have a new enemy wave inbound.
All right. All right, now the electric fields go in. Let's make an adjustment here. I don't like that. You don't want anything that low. Okay.
We've got a break in the action. The storm has a new target.
Okay, mini boss will be here. Again, just want to be mindful of everything. Make sure we have some good trap placement. All right, let's go about go see if we can get our balloon for a moment. Need some tires now. It's been really touchy, the slow field, your controls, since a couple of updates ago, actually. Very easy to activate as a result when it comes to your traps. Almost, you could say, frustrating at times. But that's part of the game, my friends, right? Now, we could do electric fields here, but I'm just going to run tires early. I would run these out here too, just real quick. Just in case some enemies try to get cute on you. Flingers will try to walk back here, so you'll notice that I'm trapping as a result. They will. They'll try to get at you over here. All right, and then for the most part, now it just plays. Well, let's go ahead and move him off. Shotgun.
You've got time to heal up. The storm has a new target.
All right, up we go. All right, and I want this guy to be defending here. I want this guy to be defending right here. Keep them up top, off the floor once again if you can. Be extremely helpful at the end as well if you do that. Again, now these waves are going to start cruising. Okay. Next wave to be mindful of would be 9. Start crafting our plasmatic discharges for that wave.
We have an update from our chief meteorologist.
We'll start rotating those, actually. I'm going to go ahead and do some replacement. I'm going to start moving into the tar pit trap now. Okay, so just so you know, tar pit's in. Darts. More electric fields if you have them. Actually, we need that many, or a little bit. We got a little too many there, I think, but give me a second. We'll take care of it. Healing pads too, right? We just don't need that many tar pits. That's a little crazy. There we go. Just a few too many we didn't need. Not going to worry about any sound walls right now. We do have some darts in place, so that's good. All right, now we're just kind of looking up top. We're wanting to see if we're noticing any issues, if you will, on it. Like I said, now we're going to start going in here with the And the wave's already done,
from the waves
so.
of husks. A supply drop is on its way. The storm has a new target.
We're going to start preparing for other waves here in the future. We're going to start getting some wall launchers out. Want to mix in some slowing down effects, you know, some recycling, some slowing. Would be of great benefit to do so, in my opinion. 10 will be sploders. You want to be ready for those. They can be kind of ugly. 10 can be a nasty wave, actually.
We've got more enemies.
You'll need to
on
be
the way.
prepared to replace walls and floors on that one. Dependent upon, you know, how much you've trapped and built and got ready. We're looking real strong right now, so I'm very, comfortable, confident in it. Got a lot of tires down, too, that should help with that a bit. More so than the electrics. I'm seeing here this is kind of getting blown up a bit. So I'm going to go ahead here again and just kind of seal that down. There's 2. Where's my third guy at? I need to find my other defender here. You follow me, buddy. I don't want you on the floor. Come on up here. Let's get him up here. There it is. All right, and he's up here.
Taker spotted. Husk spotted.
The wave is complete. A supply drop is on its way. Base A is under attack.
All right, let's get our supply drop. Way out here, it looks like. Sorry about that. Lost track of my sights here. All right. Let's go back. Dropped something there on the ground. I lost my momentum.
We'll need to destroy the
Pick it
pillars
up.
to end the wave.
All right, so we got pillar wave. Now, usually I'm running a couple of different plasmax here, but we'll go with the one.
Smasher spotted. Smasher. Flinger spotted.
And we're just going to be methodical here. Work around 360 degrees if we can. Moving and shaking here a bit. You absolutely want to have your shield up by this one. 9 can be devastating if you're on your own. You don't have that lava shut up. Now on your map, it'll show you where the other pillars are at, so be mindful of that when you're going here. Just look over here at the positioning. The game will show you and tell you almost. All right, and we are out. All right, let's just take a look around, make sure everything is in place.
The storm has a new target.
In case we're missing something, right? All right, let's go get our balloon. Oh. Gotta be careful there. Don't want to take fall damage, that's for sure.
This is a tough fight, but you're my very best team.
All right, so I'm going to take a look here, see what else I've got. All right, this is 10. This is your bomb wave.
Enemy down.
So on this wave, you want to be mixing in your blocks here. Kind of block this off a bit. Just kind of slow them down, so they don't get too close to your builds. All right, so just some simple material around to keep them out of the core, if you can.
Flinger. Smasher spotted.
Usually use wood at this point, kind of slow things down, as I mentioned.
Tinker spotted. Smasher. Flinger spotted.
Now you have plenty of resource where you can initially, even if you lose them, just to keep the smasher charges down, right? Just keep them off your core.
Smasher spotted.
Take that, husks. Supplies incoming. The storm has a new target.
All right. Good stuff. Make sure they're defending, not following. That way you have coverage if you don't get back when you're trying to get your balloons, right? Now, by the time we hit 13, that's another wave you could take time on if you wish. Truly, to each is their own on that. Okay, we got bosses. Another plasmatic. I would be recycling this. I would make sure at this point your ammunition is topped. And now you have a boss wave coming. So we'll be ready for that. Thirteen's a really good wave to replace traps too. Let's say your 13 would be trap replacement time. All right, bosses are out. Now what you really want is a mini boss that will have, be trap vulnerable here. I'm not going to tell you that's going to happen for you though. Most likely will not actually. Just kind of see what's going on here. All right, I need some darts too. Got some areas here where I'm not seeing enough darts going. This is a real nice healing pad area for late wave. When you're facing that last wave there, you want to have that. Let's just take a look at our traps, make sure we're not burnt. Everything looks good. I'm missing one here. Okay, that 12 will be metal corrosion wave. And we'd like to get a third plasmatic before the run ends. Just a weapon of choice. Pot shot's good, plasmatic. You've got your mythics if you want. It's just whatever you want. As you can see here, we have not had to shoot hardly at all. So you just don't need to. Except for the final wave when all heck breaks loose. That's when I would save it for. I'd be ready at the final wave. Start taking a look for some potential traffic, things missing.
Smasher.
All right, so you're going to have some smashies coming in here. No problem. We'll be ready for them. Again, I'll just replace some stuff here. Slowing them on down. Now, I just heard a flinger somewhere. Let me see where he's at. Even with that amount of shield. Hear it? Oh, let's see where it's at. All right, I got us. The only thing I'm thinking, we must have had one trap that was burnt there. And they found a way to us.
Smasher.
But we're good.
Enemy down. Smasher spotted. Flinger spotted.
Okay, remember, tar pits get replaced. Wall launcher replacements.
Taker.
You're doing great. Keep it up.
All right, this is going to be your...
Base A is under attack.
Let me just fix this for a moment. Because they got through that a little bit. I didn't like that. All right, so this is the wave where you can take time if you wish. It's a playstyle choice here. Not something you have to do by any means. You can just get right on through it. But it will be better for you if you take a little bit of time. Just make sure your traps are all replaced, and that it will be important to do that. All right, and then right here, I'm just going to get another plasmatic.
You'll need to destroy the
Okay.
pillars to end the wave.
We're going to run a triple plasmatic here now. That is my recommendation to you. You can see here we have some of our traps are burning now. All right, so now we're going to start cycling these. That way you don't have to wait for reload time. You just going, man. Or it cuts the reload down a bit, I should say, right? That's what you're looking to do. Let me just go take a look at our friendly neighborhood boss here. Get him off for a minute. Because we don't want him to cause us problems, right?
Taker. They got me. Taker spotted. Ow. Boom.
Just got to take care of him for a minute.
Damn, that hurt. Little help here.
Now you can get shotgun out real quick and destroy him, but I'm just going to go this way. He'll be dead pretty quick here.
They got me. All right, back in action.
All right. Let me see what we're looking at here. We do have some trap replacements, as I mentioned. So now let's start getting those in. Be mindful of your health here too, please. You don't want to get hit and lose because you didn't watch your health. That'd be terrible. My rule would be to always move. Don't keep your feet ever in place, right? Especially during the pillar wave. Just keep moving. Yeah, we're kind of moving and shaking here a bit. And as you go through here and you start taking the pillars down, you're looking for your trap replacements, right? So any traps that you might be missing right now, right, this is our opportunity. You can see here how, when we put this in place, how beneficial this is. And again, if you have a trap out, replace it. Or traps. Okay, so that takes care of that side now for us. Okay, looks like we got a tire over here when you replace it. Everything looks good here. We need some traps here. Whoa, 1 second. Remember, we got Flora's lava. Don't forget that. As you can see, they'll try to punish you. Typically here, I'll jump and try to get high ground. Stay up, that way we're off the floor. Right, you could do that as well. All right. Now, while I'm over here for just a moment, let me go ahead and fix this, just to make sure. Looks pretty good. All right, and the other one's out here, so let me find it. All right, friends. Now, I would say right now at this point, we have pretty much everything that we need. Right. I would still just go ahead and, you know, get some replacements in. Top off your ammunition. But from here, I'm not really going and looking for... I'm just looking for trap replacements now. I'm not looking for any more resource. Okay. So I like to, again, we're going to slow them down back here if we can. More so, and we'll do more damage as they get up here. You'll run into some smashers here, so be mindful of those. Some smashers that will try to charge and blow up the builds that you've put in place and you've been working on to put in place.
Despite evidence to the contrary, you're doing great out there. Every second you buy our deep field heroes is critical. We didn't come here to win. We came here to fight. Which doesn't sound as good when spoken aloud.
Enemy down.
But right now, I am basically just looking to make sure
Tinker spotted. Smasher spotted.
Now, it's showing nature, so you wouldn't want to be using metal necessarily, but I'm thinking about the final wave right now, to be honest. You know, I'm not worried about what's happening right now. I'm kind of already thinking next wave.
Smasher.
See how they're coming all the way out here? Look at them. They are trying to go out there to throw at us, even though I trapped all of this. They are still trying to get cute on us.
Slinger spotted. Smasher spotted. Slinger. Tinker spotted.
Make sure to heal up.
All right, so final wave is going to be nasty.
Supplies incoming.
But what we're going to do now is we're going to start sealing this all in
Base
place.
A is under attack.
Now, these are probably going to get blown up, but that's okay. All I'm trying to do is slow everything down here for a minute. And now we're going to go ahead and go with these sort of things here. Okay, so now we're going to use this technique, right? We're going to try to slow them down. A little different than what we've been doing. Let's say another thing that you could do here is you could be mindful of your base to keep it in place. All right.
A rescue team is on their
So
way.
typically what I'll do, and what I mean by that
We
is,
are
I come
going
out
to get
here.
your team out of there.
Well, we're just going to leave it in place right now, honestly. Now at this point, I've got 16 of our things, so again, we're just going to kind of slow them down.
Smasher spotted.
And all we're trying to do is just bide our time here.
Tinker spotted. Slinger. Smasher. Slinger spotted. Smasher spotted. Tanker. Smasher.
Be mindful of your base here,
Slinger.
right? We just want to make sure.
Smasher spotted.
All right, let's go ahead and take care of him real quick.
Take her! Smash her! Flinger spotted! Spotted! Tinker spotted! Flinger! Smasher! Smasher spotted!
Okay, be mindful of your health. All right, very important here. – 35 seconds till bingo.
Smasher! Enemy down! That was
20 seconds. At this point, I'm off the floor now. You don't want to get popped at the end. It's not worth it.
Tinker.
And that, my friends, is your week 10 modifier in The Floor is Lava.